It's a book. I mean, the book there at the front is normally sells for £8.99, but it's available for a £5 today. And the publisher is Fly on the Wall Press, and there's actually an interesting Birmingham fact about Fly on the Wall Press, which is a Manchester publisher. But when they accepted my manuscript in 2019, I'm from Erdington, and then in 2020 they published Louise McStravick, who's also from Erdington, and then in 2021 they published Claire MH, she lives in Erdington too. So obviously if you're from Erdington, you've got a very good chance of getting in with Fly on the Wall Press. It's 2022, so submit that manuscript. Anyway, so this poem is it's a poem that features Snob's nightclub. And it sounds like everyone's been to Snob's nightclub. And I didn't realise it's still going, but it's actually moved, hasn't it? Yeah. So this is about when it was in the old place, and because it's from back in the 80s, it's when I used to go, and it's about me being really annoyed as a teenager having to wear a suit. You always have to wear a suit to go into a nightclub, so that's what this is about mainly. Anyway, so it's called Nightclubbing in Brum, 1988. I look a right sight as I'm travelling into Brum on a Saturday night. It's hard enough making the grade when you're still just a hapless teen at the tail end of Thatcher's decade. And though one plus about these times is that I'm able still to smoke a fag while swigging a can of beer on the top deck of the bus. The biggest drag is having to wear a suit. It's taking the piss. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's lucky I chose branch banking as a career. For it's 1988, and though everyone says that how much they hate being made to wear a suit, there's more often than not a Mr Byrite one to boot. Us fellas have no choice but to dress as if we're all got jobs as bank tellers just to get into nightclubs. In my case, one called fucking snobs. Who are we meant to impress or even fool? We're all still just a bunch of yobs, just ones who don't look cool. But there's fuck all we can do, for it's 1988, and though everyone says how much they hate being made to wear a suit, there's more often than not a Mr Byrite one to boot. Rave ain't hit the mainstream yet to liberate the dress code. And the Roses ain't made their boisterous baggy entrance yet to liberate the playlist that snobs from endless Depeche Mode, the Blow Monkeys, Hue and Cry, and fucking Lloyd Cole. Well, one thing at least, I ain't still on the dole, but unfortunately I work for a bank, Lloyd's Bank. I hate the job, but it's them I have to thank for payday. And being as I don't just need this suit tonight, but also on Monday, I really ought to drink less, not more, or else by the end of the night, I'll find I have a suit that's soiled with spilled snake bite. And all I know is whenever I dare to step onto Snob's sunken dance floor, which is much like stepping into a paddling pool without water. And as it happens, I actually dance like a toddler in a paddling pool, especially to Welcome to the Monkey House, the best ever song, which turns me into a flailing fool, a chimp in a suit, or something usually ends up going wrong. Last week I tore my trousers and lost a button, and being as I work for Lloyd's Bank in Sutton, they have high standards there in that posh part of town. I don't want yet another dressing down. For it's 1988, and though everyone says how much they hate being made to wear a suit, there's more often than not a Mr Byrite one to boot. I at least get value out of mine, with some consolation. Roll on 1989.